Another key area whereby you may not be able to let go. There is something you want and you love and you say, this one I'll not let go. If it is food, I would say me. I like matoke very much. So even though some says, no, matoke can cause you this, I'd say, talk about anything else. And I like meat. Talk about something else, but meat and matoke, that is forever me. But at some point they could say, you know what, matoke can cause you harm in your tummy or can bring you ulcers, or meat, red meat can do this. Then you say, okay. But because I grew up eating matoke, I come from Masaka, the famous one. I grew up eating matoke from wherever I was. But it becomes a norm that is my food. So similarly to pain, childhood pain, there is a normalization of a dysfunction. Wow. If pain or trauma was part of your everyday environment growing up, then you see it as normal. For example, people who grew up in my days going to school, we had in my school, we had tests, like in primary school. We had tests every end of week, end of month, the normal exams. But you would know that if you performed under a certain mark, you're going to get slashes. And I'll tell you that our generation normalized that. You know that you've not achieved the mark you need. The following Monday, you know that you're going to lie down and you get your five cans or 6 cans. It was normal. It can also be normalized in a house whereby shouting is the norm. The mother shouts, the father shouts, they bark like. And you think that's the norm. So this is what I'm talking about, that you have normalized it. You're used to it. So even though you get married and somebody beats you or gets a cane and starts slashing you like a child, you would say it's normal. Because you've grown up being beaten. This is where we're going to come up, that some cultures, getting out a cane is child abuse and could be arrested. In some societies, it is a norm. So some of us have grown up being beaten like that. And so we thought it could be a norm, that it's normal. You cannot even, you go to your grandpa and say, my mom is beating me up. You say, what is this? Do you know what your mom passed through? You understand? So when we normalize pain, it becomes hard for us to let go. But you cannot heal from what you've not accepted as normal. From what you've accepted as normal. So if you think that being beaten up is somebody loving you, that if somebody does not beat me, that means they don't love me. Hey, there is a mindset there that has to be changed. That's where we talk about renewing your mind every single day. Another one that we've spoken about is shame and guilt. You in your life, you have internalized pain as if it's your fault. It is you think it's your fault that your parents separated when you're young. You think it's your fault that your mom got you when she was very young, at an early age, or maybe a teen mom, like teen pregnancies are very common now all over the world. There are so many young girls that are having children, some with full consent, but most of them when they've not consented to it, and somehow they get pregnant, and everything or whatever was going on fails, and they think it is their fault. They feel they've ashamed their society, their community, their family. And that way, they live with shame and guilt all the rest of their lives. But until you realize and recognize that what I went through was not my fault, what I went through does not define my future, that is how you can be able to tackle pain, that childhood pain. Otherwise, it becomes so difficult. It becomes so hard for you to bear. But once you realize that it is in there and it wants to come out, then you're ready. You're ready for the journey of healing. Don't rush it. But once you've recognized it, continue to seek God. Continue to know, because God, if you read Psalms, the whole Psalms 34, I love that one. But I just wanted to maybe just read 4 and 5. David said, I sought the Lord and he heard me. First step is to seek the Lord. And then, and delivered me from all my fears. When we come to the Lord, when we seek him, when he can still be found, he's able to deliver us from all that we fear. It is possible. Read the whole chapter, please. And verse 5 says, they looked to him and were radiant, and their faces were not ashamed. So, we have a big God, mighty and sovereign, that is on our side. We who have fears, we who have gone through childhood pain, if you have not, you're not part of those. I'm talking about people like me, that God has made my face radiant today. It was not the case maybe a few years ago. But today, I can jubilate and praise the name of the living God, because he delivered me from all my fears. New fears come, but I remember the God who delivers me from everything. God bless you. Let's listen to the next one in a few minutes. Please subscribe. Please like our videos and also comment. God bless you.